So I definitely struggled with sleep for years. Um, and it really intensified after I had my second daughter. And actually also after having COVID. I think I've had some residual symptoms that have lingered from COVID. But it got to the point where basically I would wake up in the middle of the night to feed my daughter at like 1 sometimes, and I wouldn't go back to sleep because I was just super anxious, and then after that, it just kind of kickstarted this awful pattern, and, um, I probably struggled the most with falling asleep, and when I found sleep reset, I was basically it was taking me like 5 hours to fall asleep. I was taking all the sleeping pills, nothing was working basically, and life was just really hard, and so I kind of stumbled across sleep reset just by Googling, like, "What can I do?" Other than have a sleep study done. So yeah, that's pretty much my journey. Again, it's been a long journey, and I was thankful to have found sleep reset. What did I find the most helpful or effective about the sleep reset program? I would say, honestly, I really looked forward to the daily lessons. It seems like when I had just had a horrible night of sleep, despite trying all the things, um, it was almost like it knew that I was going to have a horrible night of sleep, and the lesson was specifically like encouraging me to like not be discouraged. And so I would say that sleep lessons were extremely informative. And I didn't think that they would have given me more information than I had already researched myself. And I was very surprised with all of the information that I learned from the program on a daily basis. So it kind of just gave me a way to reshift my focus, even if I had had a bad night of sleep, to like, okay, I'm doing something about this and I'm learning more about it. I would say the second thing that I really loved was the sleep coach. She was super encouraging as well, and it was nice to be able to just have somebody to talk with and to, bounce ideas off of, and especially like the encouragement aspect. I think that was the biggest thing, but you don't really wanna talk to everybody in your life about your sleep issues because you feel like you're complaining, whereas having a coach to speak with, it was really nice too. So those were probably my 2 most favorite aspects of the program. When did I see results and how is my sleep now? So I would say results took a long time. I would kind of have like a couple of good days throughout the program, and then I would revert back to like bad days. And so it was really hard. Um, and I did probably 10 whole weeks with the program because I did a trial run and then I did 8 weeks. Um, but I think the good days kind of helped push me to keep trying and keep going. Um, and honestly, I don't think I truly started seeing results until recently. So I would say maybe 10 weeks into it. I think that just out of having a bad sleep habits for so many years, it's going to take a long time to undo those habits. So, how I would describe my life after completing the program would be I feel like I'm more mindful, just in the sense of trying to make sure that I'm actually like taking time for myself, taking time out of the day, just to reset, I guess. I am sleeping more, which is good. Definitely better than where I started. I think I still have my hard nights every now and again. Um, but the other thing that I think has changed is my mindset about sleep. And that is has been huge because I think it just taught me how to have grace with myself through hard nights of sleep. And, honestly, like, some of those lessons talked about, like, shaming yourself, and I really feel like you get to a place where you're like, "What is wrong with me? All these other people are sleeping and I'm not." So, my mindset has definitely changed a lot about sleep, and that was probably one of the biggest things that I learned from the program. Um, what would I tell someone hesitant to try sleep reset? I would say don't hesitate. Honestly, there's nothing, especially when you guys have the trial run, try it out because I think immediately when I tried it out, I was like, okay, there's probably not much that's going to happen in this trial run. But I think just I started learning things immediately. And that kind of motivated me to say, like, okay, it's worth the money. It's worth the money to spend on something that I've been struggling with for years. Um, Anything else I'd like to share about my sleep reset journey? I would say, just for anybody who is going to try it out, to be patient and to persevere because I think it might seem in the beginning like not it's still not working, it's not a quick fix, but it's definitely worth getting into, um, and it's an easy way to get into it where you're not having to do a bunch of sleep studies and you can do it right from your own home. So that would be what I would say.